Hey guys, welcome back or welcome to my channel. It's your girl Little Latina coming at you with another video. And today's video has not been requested, but I think it is a very important video when it comes to losing weight, maintaining weight loss, and just kind of ties in with all the videos I make regarding to intermittent fasting and how I lost weight and how I maintain the weight that I have. So I think this video is very important in teaching you some signs that you could be possibly under eating and not intaking enough nutrients that your body needs, and this can be very detrimental to your health. So I think this is very important for people to understand and to know some of the warning signs that you possibly could be under eating and possibly hurting your body in ways that it just doesn't need to be hurt in. So I'm going to be giving you 5 warning signs or 5 signs that you are under eating and definitely need to eat more foods and start intaking more calories and just overall paying attention more so to your health and the signs that your body's giving you and how to read those signs and signals and implement that into your life to make you overall a more healthier human being. So the first thing that I'm going to go over that is a pretty subtle yet noticeable sign that you could be under eating, and that is hair loss. So if you notice that your hair is starting to become really thin, you're noticing that you have in the shower you have a lot more strands falling out, or if you're shedding more often than usual, or if you feel like your hair is becoming really thin and brittle and overall just doesn't look as good as it used to. So that is a very subtle yet pretty noticeable sign that you possibly could be under eating. So if you have just started intermittent fasting or you've done a calorie decrease and you notice that your hair is starting to fall out more, starting to be less thick, this could be a very good indication that you are not eating enough food. So quite obviously, under eating will definitely leave you nutrient deficient, and in order to be a healthy human being, you're going to need to intake the correct amount of nutrients, and you're going to be having to load your body with nutrients every single day. And your hair is a very good indicator of how much nutrients your body is intaking, since it's the most active part of your body that shows the health. And another thing that could also be taking part is that you're not intaking enough protein either. So some foods that you can eat that will help you to once again gain nutrients, gain weight, start eating more, and help your hair are foods that are rich in protein. So foods like lentils, peanut butter, Greek yogurt, eggs, salmon, chicken, those are all going to be great sources of protein, and they're all really affordable, so you don't have to worry about spending absurd amounts of money for these foods. And these foods are also really easily attainable, so these are going to be found in basically every single grocery store. Now, another thing that could be causing some hair loss that also ties in with not eating enough is that you might have an iron deficiency, and this could be exacerbated by women who menstruate, since you're going to be losing a lot of blood during that 1 to 7 day period and flows and everything, so some people bleed more than others. So some foods that are high in iron are brown rice, spinach, red meats, pumpkin seeds, quinoa, and broccoli. So if you go ahead and implement foods rich in protein and foods rich in iron, you're going to not only be helping your hair, but you're also going to be giving your body that much needed nutrients, so you can actually be fueling your body up and giving yourself energy and overall feeding yourself, so you're not under eating or not intaking a little amount of calories. Now, the second sign that you are under eating is a little bit more obvious than hair loss or hair thinning, and that is that you are always tired. And I'm not talking about like you only got 3 or 4 hours of sleep, so the next day you're really tired. This is a constant tiredness where you can sleep 8 to 9 hours and have amazing sleep and still wake up and just be exhausted throughout the entire day. No matter how much you sleep, no matter how many naps you take, you will still be tired throughout the day. So that's the type of tiredness and exhaustion that I'm talking about. And that's a pretty good indicator that you are not eating enough. So like I said, if you just started intermittent fasting or you started decreasing the amount of calories you're intaking by a surplus, and you start to feel really lethargic and exhausted all the time, this could be a really good indicator that you are not eating enough. Now, food is your fuel, and food is what's going to propel your body to have energy. This is going to allow you to perform all of your cellular functions. This is going to give you energy, and this is going to make you feel awake throughout the entire day. And without this fuel and without this food, your body will start to gradually start to shut down. And if you have ever studied people with eating disorders, or especially people with anorexia, their bodies literally begin to shut down. They cannot perform basic cellular tasks, and they end up dying premature deaths that they should not have been becoming deceased from because they are not eating enough. And like I said, without the food, without that fuel, your body will start to shut down and your organs will begin to shut down. You will ultimately die a very slow, painful death that could have been so easily prevented if you just ate the proper amount of food and ate food with nutrients and vitamins. So typically, women should not eat less than 1,200 calories a day, and that is really on the low end of the spectrum. You should be eating a lot more than that, but that is the bare minimum for women. And for men, they should not be intaking less than 1,500 calories a day, and like I said, that's the really bare minimum. So you should at least be eating 1,200 calories if you're a woman and at least 1,500 if you're a male. Now, the third sign that you could be under eating is that after working out, you find that you are extremely exhausted to the point where you feel like you're almost gonna pass out or like you can't even function for the rest of the day. You need to sleep for like 8 to 10 hours again to even feel like you're able to function properly. That is a pretty good indicator that you are not intaking enough food or that you're not intaking enough vitamins and minerals that you need for your body to function properly. So when your body breaks down and digests food, it turns that food into glucose, and this is how your body turns food into fuel, because this glucose is going to help you when you're working out. So once your body has turned that food into glucose, it takes the remaining glucose that it doesn't need anymore and turns that into glycogen. And this glycogen gets stored in your liver and muscles to be used for later after working out. So if you are not intaking enough food and you don't have enough glucose left over to be converted into glycogen, after you work out, your body will not have enough glucose to give you energy and to provide for your muscles and your body and to give you that energy that you need after every single workout. So whenever you start to work out, your body's going to use that glucose that you stored earlier in your body from the foods that you have just been eating, and afterwards when you're done working out, that stored glycogen that your body had converts back to glucose, and then you use that as basically a post-workout kind of rejuvenation to give your body that energy that it needs again and to just give your body those minerals and nutrients that it needs to survive and to function properly. And without that glycogen, without that glucose, your body will be extremely exhausted and you'll be very fatigued after a workout, regardless of how intense it is or how long it is. It's a very good indicator that you are not intaking enough food and that you need to intake a lot more calories to be able to function properly. Now, the fourth thing that is an indicator that you are not eating enough food is having constant brain fog or really bad memory. And this is going to be really intense kind of lethargicness and inability to retain any type of information. So that could be a very good sign that you are not eating enough, especially if previously before you had a great memory or a decent memory. This could be a very severe sign of undereating. So cognitive function can decline rapidly when you are lacking nutrients and undereating, and cognitive function and mental capacity is one of the first aspects of your body that will start to decline once you intake such a little amount of food for such a long period of time. Everything will start to shut down from that point on. And so another part of this that is related to having this brain fog is that the fact that your blood sugar could probably become really unbalanced can result in really poor sleep or constantly waking up throughout the night. And if you know anything about sleeping plays a very big part in your memory and how well your brain works. So to add on to the fact that you're not even eating anything, if you're not getting the correct amount of sleep, your brain is also going to suffer from that, and you're going to also have that memory loss and that brain fog as well, because sleep is very vital to keep your body functioning and to keep your brain aware of what's happening and what's going on in your surroundings. So this can all start to pile up on itself, and ultimately that's going to be a very quick decline of your mental and physical health. So some foods that are very good to help you to get a more balanced blood sugar are going to be foods that have B12 in them. So foods that have B12 are going to be salmon, beef, tuna, eggs, milk, yogurt, or chicken. So like I said earlier, these foods are really affordable, really easy to find, and don't even take that much effort or a lot of skill to cook. So these are going to be really easy foods to help you to increase your cognitive function and your ability to retain information and just have a better memory overall. Alright, now the fifth and final sign that you are most likely under-eating is something that you wouldn't really expect to be a sign that you're under-eating because it doesn't make sense, but the fact that you are not losing weight or you're not losing any unwanted fat can be a very good sign that you are under-eating. So having stubborn weight or stubborn fat that's stuck in your body can be a very good indicator of chronically under-eating. So whenever you're properly intaking the necessary amount of food that your body needs to function and thrive, your metabolism will be working correctly and will help you to lose weight and to maintain weight and just help your body overall to do its functions properly. So if you're intaking the correct amount of food and exercising accordingly, your body will function at its highest level and ultimately will not have you feeling any of the symptoms that I list previously. Contrarily though, if you were doing the exact opposite and intaking a very little amount of food and either over-exercising or not exercising at all, your metabolism is basically going to be shut off and just is not going to work correctly because it can't keep up with the lack of food that your body is intaking or lack thereof. So in order to lose weight thoroughly and to maintain the weight that you're at, you have to eat properly, intake the proper amount of nutrients and vitamins and minerals, and you must exercise accordingly as well, to the point where the calories that you're intaking are the necessary amount of calories that you are burning and all of that fun little stuff that comes with being healthy and being in shape. But those are the top 5 things that I would say are a very good indicator that you are under-eating and that you probably should be eating more or eating foods that are better for you, foods that have more minerals, more vitamins, and more calories possibly. So this is just a quick video that I want to share for you guys because it is very important to understand the signals that your body is giving you and how to take those signals and implement those into your life to fix whatever part of your body needs fixing. So eating proper food is a very necessary part of life, and if you want to be healthy and you want to live a life that doesn't have you feeling like dog doo-doo all the time, then you need to be very aware of the signals your body gives you. So make sure you're eating that proper food, intaking enough food, and not trying to overwork yourself to the point of exhaustion or trying to fit the mold of something that just isn't meant for your body. So that's basically the whole point of today's video, and I hope you learned something from this, and I hope this video brought you some value or some useful information to your life. If it did, don't be shy and go ahead and leave a like, comment, or subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it, and it would help boost this video on the algorithm so others will have the opportunity to see this video and to possibly learn something new. But thank you so much for watching, and have a beautiful day.